Alright folks, a little bit dark, but we are rolling out. It's right around 03 in the morning. It's time to head out of the Philippines, and we're inbound, or not inbound, we are en route to Bangkok. Start of our trip. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Now folks, we're coming into the airport now. We went up to departures, and there's a fucking line so long, even at 3:30 in the morning, just to get in the airport. And I didn't get any footage of that, but we said, screw that. We're coming down here to arrivals, and we're going to try to pull a redneck move and get up to the top through here. Hopefully we're going to be able to pull it off. But if you come to this airport, Terminal 3, during the day, you're going to wait in line and have to put your bags through an x-ray machine just to get into the damn airport. It's a pain in the ass. Then you go stand in line.
Yeah, it is.
But at 3 in the morning, the line is crazy. So we are coming down to arrival entrance gate 2 by bay 3, and we're going to pull a redneck move. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Dong, thank you very much for the ride.
Yeah.
You got the grand, right? All right, man.
When you get inside, go right, because there's a escalator over there.
Thank you very much, my brother. Okay, my friend, so we pulled that off. So I'm going to tell you, that's the best kept secret. If you are leaving out on a flight from Terminal 3, Ninoy Aquino International Airport, okay, don't tell everybody this because you're going to fuck it up, but I will tell my trusted subscribers. You come down to arrivals. Come down to arrivals. You're going to come in that gate, walk to the right over by this Wendy's. And there are some food options down here. You got Wendy's. And head on up this here escalator, my friends. And we just walk right in. I'm going to tell you right now, if you go up to departures during the day, expect a line. That's the way it is. It's a fucking madhouse. You're going to wait in that line for 30 minutes at least just to get inside the airport. But no one would suspect that at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's even worse. So there you go. I just gave you the best kept secret to save yourself a lot of time. Terminal 3, show up at arrivals downstairs, walk right in, come up these escalators, and boom, Pandesh, you just saved yourself a lot of time, folks. We're already here. Okay. Alright, so when you come up to the top of the elevator, just hook a right. Just hook a right and then come over here to the ticket counters. If you go right there to the security guards, for some reason you can't cut through there. Not allowed. Banned. No problem. So we just come this way. And we're going to go find out. Probably a little bit too early to check in, but we're going to check it out to see. Try to beat the rush. And folks, if you are not familiar with hold on. Hello, sir. The two of us.
Good morning.
Morning.
Bangkok.
Yep, going to Bangkok. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so make sure you got your paperwork handy. No problem. I'm going to come up here and check departures. Folks, we are going to Bangkok around 7 on Cebu Pacific. And you know what? The check-in is not even showing up. Alright, so I'll give you a look around. Let me just give you a tour of Terminal 3. And if you look out here at this line, okay, over there is the line to get in if you show up at departures. So just factor in an extra 30 minutes of waiting in that line out there just so you can come in here and get into this mess. And today, all right, here's another board. So let's see if ours is on the board. This board only goes to 650. It's 3:43 in the morning, so we're obviously a little bit early. But let me just give you a good view of 3:43 in the morning here at Terminal 3. All right, make sure you give yourself plenty of time. I know that sounds cliche in the world of travel, but you see this mess. Folks, don't get me wrong, I love the Philippines, but this airport here in Manila, I do not love this airport. And if you're flying Cebu Pacific, they're pretty consistent on one thing: they're always late. Philippine Airlines are pretty damn good. And what I tell people is if you don't have any money, fly Cebu Pacific. And if you have some money, fly Philippine Airlines. It's a little bit more money, but a totally different flying experience. It's much better. So we'll take you on a walking tour of the food options, the shopping options, up on the second level, right up there, overlooking the ticket counters. So that's where we're going to go right now. Over here is the travel tax. Now, the travel tax applies to locals, and I think it applies to if you've lived here, if you're a resident. So I think if you live here over 6 months or a year, whatever it is, somebody correct me down in the comments, you have to come over here and pay this travel tax. But if you're the typical traveler, you don't have to pay this tax right here. But if you are, again, if you're a local citizen, you got to pay it. And I can't remember exactly how much it is. But if you're traveling with your Filipina and she's flying with you to Thailand or anywhere outside the country, you got to make sure that you come over right here, get in this line, and pay this travel tax. And you have a Philippine Airlines office right here at the very end. And if you're just looking for a place to sit, you're not going to find a place down here. Oh my goodness, now I didn't realize this Starbucks was here. So we do have a Starbucks coffee right here. I'm not even sure when they put that in. I don't remember that. All right, Starbucks coffee on the ground level. But the majority of the shopping and the restaurants are upstairs. All right, now here's a Subway, 5 to 11:30. I don't know if it's in one of these stalls or not. Okay, and it looks like there may be a Dunkin' Donuts back here. Yeah, there's a Dunkin' Donuts back over there. All right. So we're going to head up these steps right here. And I guess according to my buddy, Don was saying that non-travelers are allowed in Terminal 3. They're allowed to accompany you and hang out in here. The other terminals, they're not. I don't know if that's true or not because they're always asking for a boarding pass out front. But you got to understand the culture here. When a Filipino family goes to pick up a relative, it's not just one or two people that are going to go with them. They're going to roll 20 deep. I mean, number one, they're excited about seeing the long-lost loved one coming in, but number two, they want to make sure they get a piece of the pasalubong, the gift. And so they have to basically put, measures in place where you don't have a million people hanging out up in here. So that's why you got to have your paperwork ready at the curb to show them where you can get in. So here's a look around. So up here, you got various food options. Everything from a Krispy Kreme donut shop. You got McDonald's. Got the old Tim Hortons if you're a Canadian from Canada. And, you know, a couple of departure screens. And there's more food choices, I think, behind us, but I'm walking this way. So this is the walking tour of Terminal 3. So we'll just start and go to the right. Got some shopping here. Need a charter. There's an anchor spot. I hope I say that right. A little souvenir shop. Got a couple restrooms. And you know, this is in the middle of the night, so I'm going to say this. Now, what is this? All right, so you got a little salon right here. Want to get your hair cut. I want to say this. Usually during the day when I come through here, it is hot. It is hot as balls in this airport because the air cons are always screwed up. And last time I was here, they have these little portable units everywhere. Okay, there's a Wendy's right there. But I'm going to say this. It is surprisingly cool in this airport. All right, Flight 001, a lot of travel stuff. You know what? I bought some stuff from a shop like this in the mall down in Cebu. But it is surprisingly cool. And maybe I'm giving them too much credit, but they've either fixed the air conditioning system or it's just because it's in the middle of the night. But we got a Wendy's right here. And it looks like it's open 24 hours. Seems to be. Got some clothing options, Nike, Vans. Not that you want to come here and buy anything, but if you got a lot of time to kill, you know, you do some window shopping, some browsing. Speedo, Solomon's, North Face. I mean, if you're in a pinch for some gear, goddamn, there's some North Face pants right there. All right, got some Sea to Summit stuff. So actually, this little shop right here has some no shit travel related items. Oakley. So like I said, I'm not saying you want to come here and shop, but if you got a lot of time to kill, they got all these cool ass brands. There's Under Armour. Okay, so right here is Kenny Rogers Roasters. Closest thing to like a home cooked meal. You know, southern home cooked meal. Sort of like the Cracker Barrel of the Philippines, I guess. Here's Benalote. I don't know how to say that. 105 pesos for tocino and rice. So there's you a local spot with some local prices if you are a backpacker on a budget, also known as being broke. And here's pasta, sandwiches, little cafe and bar. More restrooms here. And let me pan over. Sort of a little bakery. Well, we got Puto over there. Grand kitchen. Now, folks, I hope I'm not panning too fast. I am shooting 60 frames to make the footage a lot smoother on my walking tours. Oh my goodness, what would the world be without a Jollibee? So there is a Jollibee on the end down here. And you know what? This has to be the least crowded Jollibee in the history of the Philippines. Now, they're par for the course. There is only one table open, but there's only 2 people in line. So somebody called the Guinness Book of World Records. Pancake House down here, a Shakey's, little potato corner. And on the very end, what is this? Some type of little small coffee shop. Okay, now I missed it, but right there is a mini stop. Needed last minute items, whatever. There's a mini stop. Now we'll take a walk around the front. So as I've kind of showed you, sitting areas in any airport in Manila are like prime real estate. Okay, this dude's got, looks like mango shakes over here maybe. Yeah, any seating area in an airport in the Philippines is prime real estate. So it's usually kind of hard just to find a seat to sit down and, you know, chill, whatever, because they're all taken. So you know you have to shell out some money, go sit in a coffee shop, whatever, just to have a place to sit down. Usually there's a few seats available here, but not many. Just to look around. 3:40 in the morning on a Tuesday. All right, folks, continuing on with this little walking tour. More shopping options, and all we did is kind of make like a racetrack around. Now we're back in the front. Got the body shop if you want to pick up some lotion for your lady. All kind of beauty products with some beautiful ladies. Sunglasses. Sunny's Studios. Alright, so you got both. You got a Bath and Body Works. And then back there you got the body shop. Okay, 2 candles for 2,400 pesos, which that is 28. 2 candles for 28 bucks. Those are like what, $14 candles, somewhere in there. Let's talk about candles for a minute. Like living in the US, I used to all have candles all throughout my house. Since I moved to Southeast Asia, I never have any candles for 2 reasons. Number one, if you find a candle like we just found back there, they're expensive as hell. Now those are, you know, probably quality candles, what I'm used to. Goddamn, 14 bucks a candle. If you buy the local candles that are cheap, they don't smell good. They're horrible. So one thing I kind of miss is all my candles. But fuck it, I can't justify 14 bucks for a damn candle. Now you got a Victoria's Secret here. Some beautiful ladies working here. Might come in there and try to interview that young lady for a little bit. Agatha Paris. How do you say that? Swarovski. Okay. Now right down below, if you're looking for a money exchange, let's see if you can see it there. I'm on tilt lock, but right there is a foreign exchange. It's by the was that arrival gate or departure gate 5? Gate 5 over here by row A, I guess it is. And to be honest, that's the only money changer. I guess that's the only money changer I've seen. All right, now we do have another portion. We have another portion of the upstairs. And this is the gift that just keeps on giving. And here's your 7-Eleven. So we're kind of back to where we came up. The escalator originally. So I have to give them this. You know, from the last time I kind of explored around up here, you know, we've got some new shops open. We got a lot of new shops open. And the air conditioning seems to be working. And all these little portable air conditioners, I don't see them anymore. So maybe they do have it fixed. Here's a little t-shirt shop. Cool. So let's see if we can get over here. There's obviously more restaurants over here, but I can't get there from here. All right, I got to go this way. Got some backpackers, sleepy backpackers sleeping in the airport. Alright, so we're back to Tom Hortons. Runway Manila footbridge linked to Resorts World Manila and hotels. Okay, alright, yeah, so we can walk over to Resort World and we'll take a walk around, but just look at this sign here. More good food choices, and not every one of them is going to be open tonight. But if you want to go over to Resort World, if you got a lot of time, go over there, lose some of your money at this casino, but you can walk over there. Samurai Halal Express. It's kind of unique. We got a Japanese halal restaurant. Folks, I want to thank everybody for joining me. This is not an action-packed video. This is a for reference video. There's no matter how much narrative I do for you. This is just not something probably you want to pop popcorn for. But if you're flying through Terminal 3, then obviously this is relevant. Boom, look at this. All right, we found a gym back here. We got KFC, but it does not appear that they're open. But we got a KFC on the back. Here's a pretty cool looking place, Manila Life Cafe. All right, 4th floor, Terminal 3. Little bowl sunrise plate for $3.30. So if you got to pay that travel tax, your line starts outside. It's going to take you 30 minutes to get inside. If you're Filipino, you got to pay this travel tax. There's another 30 minutes standing in this mess right here. And you know, if you're an OFW or you have any of, you know, obviously you got some stuff to do as well. But if I'm not mistaken, if you're traveling with your Filipina, like I did, and I have done, you got to come over here and pay this travel tax for her. And then go stand in line at the ticket counter. So this mess right here is just typical. I know all airports are crowded, folks. I know that. And what do I tell you? When you come to the Philippines, you're going to have to exercise some patience. And it's not just the Philippines. I mean, you go to any country that, you know, it's crowded. Any city that's crowded, you got to exercise some patience. But you come to Terminal 3. All right, here is the runway, Manila footbridge link over to the Resorts World, Manila, and the hotels. So if you're staying at Resort World Manila, you just want to come up here, you know, you'll come in down below the same way we did the first part of this video, and you'll have to come up here to the 4th floor, and you can head over to Maxim's Hotel, the Marriott, Holiday Inn Express Manila, and the Belmont. You don't even have to take a taxi. If you're traveling light enough to drag your own bags, just take that footbridge. Via Mari. Got a ramen noodle spot back here, right next to KFC. So obviously KFC is not open 24 hours. There's a Mr. Donut. All right, now let me give a plug out to this place because I do like eating here. Usually I eat here when I'm waiting for a connecting flight from Manila to Cebu. All right, what is this? King Man. Another ramen place. But this Army Navy spot right here is pretty good, folks. Come in there and get a burrito or a burger. I always go with the burritos. And when I have a connecting flight, hold on, music's gonna fuck me up with YouTube. Okay, so sorry, I had to get away from the music or YouTube's gonna screw me up. This Army Navy spot right here, they got great burritos. And I eat here when I've got a connecting flight from Manila down to Cebu. Down below in the basement, those gates down there are so damn crowded. There's nowhere to sit, stand, whatever. But for some reason, they have an Army Navy burrito spot down there next to those gates, and it's the only place that has seats available. And so usually when I'm doing that connecting flight, if I'm coming into Manila, a couple hour layover, headed to Cebu, I eat at that Army Navy, so I got a place to sit, and it's good chow. Here's Chow King. I do not recommend Chow King. I rank that up there with Jollibee. You got Max's restaurant, the house that fried chicken built. Yeah, but this place here, Chow King is like Jollibee to my Filipinos. For some reason they love it. But that's one place you can't eat it. You just cannot do it. And the food looks great. Like the presentation looks great, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll get some good Chinese food. Folks, don't do it. I cannot recommend Chow King. It's not the Chinese food you're used to. If I had to eat either one, I would go to Jollibee over Chow King, but I don't want to eat either one. Okay? I don't want to eat either one. So if I'm looking at this choice right here, as far as the quality of food, that Army Navy would be number one, and I would go to KFC. But I would damn sure won't go to Chow King. Damn sure don't want to go to Jollibee. Especially when you have all these other food options here. Okay, folks, so that's a look around. That is your look around. And I think the only place we didn't go was like back this way. All right, so let's just come back here just to be complete with this walking tour. Make sure we are thoroughly covered. We have thoroughly covered Terminal 3, so you have no questions. And maybe we missed something right here. Okay, well, we got a hotel back here. This is the Wings Transit Lounge. Okay, so I'm actually glad that we did come back here. All right, now I'm just going to read off the sign. I don't know anything about this place. But the Wings Transit Lounge, 1,800 pesos for 2 persons, 7.5 hours, unlimited light snacks, hot cold drinks. You've got luggage storage, and you can use a shower, and they provide you with a towel. Okay, so here's your options. So 950 pesos, you're basically just in a lounge chair. And that actually looks pretty comfortable. If you don't want to take a shower, it's only 700. Then they got these little capsules for 1,000, which I can't stand them fucking things. It's like a submarine that's going down. I think the average American is not going to get his fat ass up in there anyhow. So if you're from the States, rule that shit out. You'll be better off with this 950 here, big ass chair laid out, and you can go take a shower. So that's $19, $19 for that. Or you've actually, looks like, I don't know if that's a private room. It looks like a private room, but it's a bunk bed for 2, 1,800 pesos. So I would say if I'm here by myself and I wanted to hit this transit lounge, I would do the 950 right there, and I would take my ass a shower. And as far as I can see, this is the only transit lounge back here. Now it looks like you have to leave your luggage out here with a little net over it. And I guess that lady's pulling security, but here's where you check in right here. The Wings Transit Lounge. Now, I'm not really cool with leaving my luggage out there like that, but you know, if you have nothing but clothes in your luggage and you got a lock on it, I'm sure it'll be okay. Doesn't seem to be any foot traffic back here. But I definitely wouldn't leave any sensitive items there. And the only place I haven't taken you is on the back here. Now this is a look once you get into the terminal past security. Let me flip over so I can pan down. Okay, so this is after you clear security and immigration and you're going to your gates. The food options here, my friends, are very limited, and I'm going to show you once we get back there. But just keep in mind, if you get here early and you want to eat, the food options are here before you check in and clear immigration and clear security. Once you get on the far side of the moon over there, the food options are limited, and I'll show you that. So if you get here early and you're hungry, come up here and eat and then go check in. That is your look around Ninoy Aquino International Airport, Terminal 3, here in Manila, in the Philippines. And now we got to go check the board, still a little bit early, and maybe grab some chow for ourselves before we go through security. Thanks everybody for joining me. If you're not a subscriber, bottom right hand corner of your screen right there. Click that overstay road sign. Get on board this train. And this is how Cebu Pacific does it. You line up one huge cattle call for all the international check-ins. Now, the only way you can come out of this mess is if you do the online check-in and you're not carrying any bags. I say that. I don't see the web check-in. Usually there's a web check-in down there. I don't even see that. This is welcome to Cebu Pacific. It's a budget airline. They do shit budget. If you want to save a few bucks, you travel on Cebu Pacific, and this is what you're going to be up against. So no matter your flight, get in this line, and we're starting out. I'll look at my watch in here in a second. I'll tell you how long we stand in line. But let me give you, in contrast to flying Philippine Airlines, you see it right over there is the Philippine Airlines counters, and that's the contrast. That's the difference. So if I'll say it a million times, if you have a few extra dollars, always fly Philippine Airlines. If your schedule allows you to do it and you have the money. And if you're broke, then welcome to the cheap seats, my friends. And also be prepared that the flight's always going to be late. And that's not really saying anything bad about Cebu Pacific. It's just saying the way it is. Okay, you want to save money? This is where you go. But you get here early, you expect delays, you expect no frills. But the staff, they're all very friendly. Anytime you get on a flight, you have to have an onward departure, right? You have to have a ticket showing that you're getting out of that country. Well, Cebu Pacific never seems to realize that every country is not an archipelago like the Philippines. So, if you fly from Manila to Bangkok, and then you're going to take the van over to Siem Reap, Cambodia, which we're going to do, you don't have to fly, okay? It's a land border. We're taking the bus. But you're going to have to show these guys some type of evidence of your onward departure. So this is what we have. I have a printout of the van schedule. Now it's a van. It's like a bus here. You don't buy a ticket ahead of time. You get on the van. You pay on the van. So I can't show them a ticket. What I can show them is my Agoda booking for the hotel room in Siem Reap, Cambo. And then we have an onward flight from Siem Reap, Cambo back to Manila. All this is within the 30-day window of the visa, what you're going to get when you stamp in Bangkok in Thailand. But in the past, I've had to explain this shit to no end, and I hope I don't have to do that today. I had to explain it to the point that I had to pull out a map on my cell phone and show them that you don't have to fly to leave the country. I hope we don't have to do that, but I'll turn the camera on when we get up there, and I hope it goes smooth. I hope I don't have to give a geography lesson that you don't have to take a flight to leave Thailand to get to Cambodia. But I've had to do this in the past. So you need to be prepared with all your documentation. If you don't have a flight, because they're programmed, they want to see that flight itinerary. If you don't have that flight itinerary out of Thailand, Be ready to explain yourself. All right, folks, this lady just pulled us all out of line, and we're trusting that she knows what she's doing. But she said, if you're going to Bangkok, follow me for faster check-in. And I'm trusting her. Everybody's trusting her because we just stood in that line for like an hour. But we're trusting this lady that she's not going to lead us over here to an even longer line. She says it's going to be a faster check-in. I'm not convinced. But we just wasted an hour. Now we're following somebody. So we'll see. We'll see how this little adventure goes. Looks like we're bypassing all the Cebu Pacific counters. Ooh, okay. I do see a Cebu Pacific counter open over here. But it does say international now. So maybe we have got a sliver of good luck by following this young lady right here. Okay, so this lady seems to have saved us. Okay, so boom, we're here at International Check-In. Coming through here, there's a couple little cafes. There's a Fly Dragon Cafe. And there's a place where you can get some refreshments. And we already passed the smoking lounge, so I'll show you that in a second. But again, there's really no commercial food options on this side of security. And you got a little play area for the children over there, and a breastfeeding section there if you've got an infant. We talked to that gentleman right there. He's on his way to Australia. His flight was late and they lost his bags. Now he's going to miss his flight. Good luck to you, my friend. It's nice talking to you if you see my video. He's on his way to Tasmania. No.
He's OJ'ing it.
Yeah, he's OJ'ing it through the airport. There. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's just show you the end of the road here. It looks like a beautiful sunrise. Okay, so this is it. This is the end of the road right here. Okay, so just let me give you a look out here. This is overlooking Resort World Manila and the Belmont Hotel. And the sun's coming up here in Manila, my friends. If you are a beer drinker, this little place down on the end has Heineken, Bud, Corona, the local beers. So I may have to come back. I may have to come back and drink a beer. But let's go back and find the gate. Ooh, now here's a cigar shop. And I am going to have to pop in here and maybe pick up some cigars. So let me just take a look around. Let me take a quick look around in here, folks, and see what we got going. Hello, how are you? All right, let me see if I can find me some cigars. Cafe Cream. Do you have Swisher Sweets?
Oh, no, sir.
No Swisher Sweets. Oh, no. All right, let's see what they got. Half Corona. They got, ooh, got the Old Captain. Gotta take a look at this liquor, folks. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you right now, this very Old Captain right there, I love that very Old Captain. That's some good rum. Where is the Don Papa? Okay, there we go. There's the Don Papa. So if you come to the Philippines, make sure you check out the Don Papa rum or the very Old Captain. And then you got your cheap stuff over here, the Tanduay, White Castle. Alright, so folks, they got all kinds of cigars and stuff in here, but they do not have Swisher Sweets. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold out. Ooh, they got the Travelers too. Ooh. Hey, how much are your Travelers here, your little small bottles of liquor?
What?
How much are these small bottles?
150.
Different prices, sir.
150.
Oh, you see it? 150, 120.
Very old captain.
How much the old captain?
130.
130 for the very old captain, folks. Oh my goodness. Okay. You like rum?
Hell yeah.
Folks, we're gonna pull the trigger on this very old Capitan. Go see this beautiful lady right here. Hello, you want to be on my YouTube video and be famous?
Oh my god.
You look beautiful,
Thank you.
but it's up to you.
I'm shy.
Bangkok.
Going to Bangkok, you want to go?
Been there.
Oh, you've been to Bangkok? Cool.
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
First month.
Did you like Bangkok?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You got Bo's coffee. There is a Starbucks. And I guess like the best food option is Kenny Rogers Roasters. So let me show you Kenny Rogers Roasters. And you can get roast chicken, sandwiches, mashed potatoes, but it's obviously a popular place. What's this place called? Freeze Box. And you got Tapa King down here next to the Starbucks. But folks, there's only these limited few choices and there's no seats in there. So even if you want to go eat at Kenny Rogers Roasters over there, where the hell are you going to sit? Come over here to the Bluesmith, comfort food. Maybe you could sit at that table in the back. There are some tables here, so maybe this is our food option right here. All right, folks, we decided to pull into this place out of default because it's the only place with a open table. So you want to take a look at some of the prices. They got pork adobo around $220. Kare beef $250, chicken. So you're looking between $220 and $250 on the prices here. Or you can get a bowl of noodles for $180. They got some pre-made sandwiches over there. And cheese dog $120. And pasta noodles. You go somewhere like Mang Inasal, Jollibee, or that Kenny Roasters down there. There's no fucking tables. There's no place to sit. That's why I don't go to Mang Inasal. I like the food at Mang Inasal. But do I want to sit there in Mang Inasal and stand in line for 30 minutes? Then stand there with my tray for 30 minutes waiting on a table? No, I do not. That's not a positive dining experience, standing up holding your tray. So we're here by default. Why? Because we got a table. We got 2 hours to kill. So we got a place to chill. And I'll let my brother give you a evaluation of the food, because I'm waiting on some great food in Thailand, my friends. I cannot wait to get to Thailand.